If you're over 65, I need you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to tell you. Your heart has been working tirelessly for decades, and right now, it's asking for your help. But what if I told you that some of the vegetables sitting in your refrigerator, vegetables you've been told are healthy your entire life, might actually be working against your heart's best interests? My name is Dr. Sarah, and as a geriatric cardiologist with over 20 years of experience, I've seen too many seniors unknowingly sabotage their heart health with foods they believed we helping them. Today, I'm going to share 5 vegetables that, while healthy for younger people, can pose serious risks for seniors, especially those taking heart medications or managing conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or atrial fibrillation. The good news: these risks are completely preventable once you know what to look for. So please, stay with me for the next 18 minutes, because what you learn could literally save your life or the life of someone you love. Before we begin, if you find this information valuable, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. This helps me reach more seniors who need this life-saving information. Let's start with kale, the so-called superfood that's been promoted everywhere from health magazines to smoothie bars. For most people, kale is indeed nutritious. But for seniors taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, Coumadin, or even daily aspirin, kale can be dangerous. Here's why. Kale contains extremely high levels of vitamin K, about 684 micrograms per cup. Vitamin K plays a crucial role in blood clotting, but when you're taking blood thinners, consistency is everything. These medications work by blocking vitamin K's clotting action, keeping your blood at just the right thickness to prevent dangerous clots, while avoiding bleeding risks. I'll never forget Mrs. Johnson, a 72-year-old patient who came to see me after her daughter convinced her to start drinking daily kale smoothies for her health. Within 3 weeks, her INR levels, that's how we measure blood thickness, became dangerously unstable. She went from having perfect medication control to experiencing dangerous fluctuations that put her at risk for both stroke and bleeding. The problem isn't kale itself, it's the inconsistency. If you suddenly add large amounts of vitamin K foods to your diet, or if you eat them irregularly, you're essentially fighting against your medication. Your blood becomes too thick, increasing your risk of stroke, heart attack, or pulmonary embolism. If you're taking blood thinners and love leafy greens, here's what you need to do. Choose consistency over quantity. Eat the same amount of vitamin K-rich foods every day, or better yet, choose lower vitamin K alternatives like romaine lettuce, cabbage, or iceberg lettuce. Always discuss any dietary changes with your cardiologist before making them. Our second vegetable might surprise you: canned beets. Fresh beets are wonderful for heart health. They contain nitrates that can help lower blood pressure naturally. But canned beets are an entirely different story, especially for seniors managing hypertension or heart failure. The average can of beets contains about 300 to 400 milligrams of sodium. That's nearly a quarter of the daily recommended limit for seniors in just half a cup. But here's what's even more concerning. Many seniors don't realize they're consuming this hidden sodium because beets don't taste particularly salty. I've treated countless patients who couldn't understand why their blood pressure remained elevated, despite following what they thought was a heart-healthy diet. They were eating plenty of vegetables, avoiding obvious salt sources, and taking their medications faithfully. But when we dug deeper into their food diaries, we often found hidden sodium sources like canned beets, canned carrots, and other processed vegetables. For seniors over 65, excess sodium is particularly dangerous because aging kidneys can't eliminate sodium as efficiently as younger kidneys. This means sodium stays in your system longer, holding onto water and increasing blood volume. Your heart has to work harder to pump this extra fluid, and your blood vessels experience increased pressure. Over time, this leads to what we call left ventricular hypertrophy. Essentially, your heart muscle thickens from overwork, making it less efficient and more prone to failure. The scary part is that this process is silent. You won't feel it happening until you're already experiencing symptoms like shortness of breath, swollen ankles, or chest pain. The solution is simple. Choose fresh or frozen beets over canned varieties. If you must use canned beets, look for no salt-added versions and always rinse them thoroughly before eating to remove excess sodium. Celery consistently ranks among the vegetables with the highest pesticide residues, earning it a spot on the Environmental Working Group's Dirty Dozen list year after year. For younger adults with robust immune systems, this might not pose a significant immediate risk. But for seniors, especially those with compromised immune systems or existing heart conditions, the cumulative effects of pesticide exposure can be serious. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at detoxifying harmful substances. The liver, which processes toxins, slows down, and the kidneys, which eliminate waste, become less effective. This means that pesticides and other chemicals that a 3-year-old body might easily process and eliminate can accumulate in a body. Recent studies have linked chronic pesticide exposure to increased inflammation in the cardiovascular system. Inflammation is one of the key drivers of heart disease, contributing to the formation of arterial plaques and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. But there's another concern specific to celery. Its natural compounds, called while these aren't harmful in normal amounts, when combined with certain heart medications, particularly some blood pressure medications and diuretics, they can cause increased sensitivity to sunlight and skin reactions. I remember treating an 68-year-old gentleman who developed severe skin burning and blistering after spending time in his garden. He couldn't understand why he'd been gardening for years without problems. It turned out he'd recently started eating large amounts of raw celery daily for his arthritis. And the combination with his blood pressure medication made his skin extremely PHOTOSEN. If you enjoy celery, here's my advice. Always choose organic when possible. Wash it thoroughly, and consider cooking it rather than eating it raw. Cooking breaks down many of the compounds that can interact with medications and reduces pesticide residues. Now, if you're finding this information helpful, please take a moment to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Your support helps me reach more seniors who need this crucial health information. I know grapefruit is technically a fruit, but I'm including it because so many seniors consider it part of their daily vegetable and fruit routine, often eating it with breakfast alongside other healthy foods. Grapefruit contains compounds called phyronocoumarins that can dramatically alter how your body processes medications for seniors taking heart medications. This interaction can be life-threatening. Grapefruit can increase the blood levels of medications like certain statins, cholesterol-lowering drugs, calcium channel blockers, blood pressure medications, and some heart rhythm medications by 300 to 500%. This essentially turns your normal dose into a dangerous overdose. I've seen patients develop severe muscle breakdown from statin toxicity, dangerous drops in blood pressure from calcium channel blocker interactions, and potentially fatal heart rhythm abnormalities, all because they were eating grapefruit or drinking grapefruit juice with their medications. The most heartbreaking case I remember was a 74-year-old woman who prided herself on her healthy breakfast routine: oatmeal, fresh fruit, and a glass of grapefruit juice, followed by her morning medications. She ended up in the ICU with severe muscle breakdown and kidney damage from statin toxicity. She had no idea that her healthy breakfast routine was nearly killing her. Here's what makes this particularly dangerous for seniors. The interaction can persist for up to 72 hours after eating grapefruit. So even if you take your medication at night and eat grapefruit in the morning, the interaction can still occur. The solution is simple but absolute. If you're taking any heart medications, eliminate grapefruit and grapefruit juice completely from your diet. Don't try to time it differently or eat smaller amounts. The risk isn't worth it. Choose other citrus fruits like oranges, tangerines, or lemons, which don't have these dangerous interactions. Our final vegetable might surprise you: raw onions. Cooked onions are generally fine and can even be beneficial for heart health. But raw onions can cause several problems for seniors, particularly those with existing digestive issues or gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD. As we age, our digestive systems become more sensitive. Raw onions contain compounds called FODMAPs, fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols that can cause significant digestive distress, including gas, bloating, and acid reflux. You might wonder why digestive issues matter for heart health. Here's the connection. Severe acid reflux and digestive distress can trigger something called the vagal response, which can cause dangerous changes in heart rhythm. For seniors with existing heart conditions, this can precipitate arrhythmias or even heart attacks. I've treated several elderly patients who experienced heart palpitations, chest pain, and even trips to the emergency room after consuming raw onions in salads or sandwiches. The digestive distress was so severe that it triggered cardiac symptoms. Additionally, raw onions can interfere with certain heart medications, particularly blood thinners, by affecting how they're absorbed in the digestive system. When your stomach is irritated and inflamed from raw onions, it can't properly absorb medications, making them less effective. There's also a concern about raw onions and blood sugar control. For seniors managing diabetes alongside heart disease, a very common combination, raw onions can cause unpredictable spikes and drops in blood sugar, which puts additional stress on the cardiovascular system. The good news is that cooking onions eliminates most of these problems. Sautéed, roasted, or caramelized onions can actually be beneficial for heart health, providing antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds without the digestive distress. Now that I've shared what to avoid, let me tell you what your heart truly needs after 65. Your heart doesn't need trendy superfoods or complicated diets. It needs consistent, gentle nutrition that works with your body's changing needs. Focus on cooked vegetables that are easy to digest and rich in heart-healthy nutrients. Steamed broccoli provides folate and potassium without the vitamin K concerns of raw leafy greens. Roasted sweet potatoes offer beta-carotene and fiber that support healthy blood pressure. Cooked carrots provide antioxidants that fight inflammation. For protein, choose lean sources like fish, particularly salmon and sardines, which provide omega-3 fatty acids that directly benefit heart health. If you eat meat, choose lean cuts and prepare them simply grilled, baked, or roasted without excessive salt or fat. Whole grains like oatmeal, brown rice, and quinoa provide steady energy and help maintain stable blood sugar levels, which is crucial for heart health. Legumes like lentils and beans offer protein and fiber. While being naturally low in sodium, the key is consistency and simplicity. Your heart has been working for decades. It deserves food that nourishes rather than challenges it. Your heart has been your most faithful companion throughout your entire life. It has beaten over 2.5 billion times, never taking a break, never asking for thanks. But now, as you enter your golden years, your heart is asking for something in return: your attention and care. The changes I've shared today aren't about restricting your life or taking away foods you enjoy. They're about honoring the wisdom that comes with age. understanding that what served your body at 30 or 50 might not serve it at 70 or 80. Every small change you make, choosing cooked vegetables over raw, reading medication labels for interactions, selecting low-sodium options is an act of love toward yourself and your family. You're not just extending your years, you're protecting the quality of those years. I've seen too many seniors spend their final years in and out of hospitals, struggling with heart problems that could have been prevented with simple dietary awareness. But I've also seen the opposite. Vibrant, active seniors in their 80s and 90s who understood that taking care of their hearts was the key to living fully. Your story isn't over. Your heart still has love to give, memories to make, and experiences to embrace. By making these small but crucial changes today, you're giving yourself the gift of more tomorrows with the people you love. If this video has helped you, please share it with other seniors in your life. Leave a comment below telling me which change you're going to make first. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm here to support you every step of the way on your journey to better heart health. Remember, it's never too late to start taking better care of your heart. Your next heartbeat is a gift. Protect it.